All right, guys, how's it going? So earlier today, I went to the cafe and I reviewed the Spanish football dailies for you. I did. Sport, AS and Marca, I reviewed those for you. It was a long time ago. It's approaching 4:30 here in the afternoon. It's been very busy. I went to the cafe this morning and obviously I had a live stream this afternoon. I couldn't get it out before then. That's what she said. And it was the live stream was a couple of hours. So this is the first chance I've really got to go over things with you. We will be talking about Trent in this video, surprise. If you are a Cop Talk VIP member, you'll know that there was information posted on the members website today in the executive lounge and then the scouting department from one of our long-term contributors. He's been with us since 2007, it says there. And those of you that are on the site know that this is probably our best contributor. And when this person surfaces, we all listen, me especially. And basically they said that there is a Trent meeting this afternoon. And this is at Liverpool. This is nothing to do with Real Madrid. Well, it is to do with Real Madrid. It's not not Real Madrid meeting or anything. This is from the Liverpool side of things. The club has called in his team for a meeting today. The meeting was arranged a couple of weeks ago. I don't want to read it out word for word. I don't think that would be right. Basically, the suggestion is call it a "Are you sure" meeting, which I suspect is because of renewed January interest from Madrid, and that's going on today. The reason I'm telling you that is not as a ploy to get you to sign up to the members website, because if I get time today, I will make a video specifically about this. But just in case you're hearing that online, because some of these like Twitter twats, they lift stuff word for word from the members website and post it on their own accounts as if it's their information, right? So just in case you hear of any Trent Alexander-Arnold meetings taking place at Liverpool this afternoon, that's where it originates from. So what we're going to talk about, so there's today as well, you'll have seen some claims saying Trent has verbally agreed to join Real Madrid. He's verbally agreed to join Real Madrid. It's done. Specific words, done. And when I've said to people, oh, what makes you think it's done? Oh, Marca has said it's done. And when I've asked them to show me where Marca has said it's done, they link me to an article I'm going to go over with you, and I can assure you in that article, it doesn't say it's done. It's just, you know what these people are like, spinning things, trying to generate clicks, views, whatever, right? I think if you follow my my daily briefings, to do with the Spanish football media, there's nothing that I'm going to read to you from today's article that you're going to go, oh, that's new. You're going to say, we've already heard that, haven't we, Duncan? I'll be like, yeah, we already have. Those that don't follow us, they're losing their shit, right? So we'll get to it. I'm not going to, I'm not going to go straight to the Trent stuff, right? I'm going to do it in the order that I've taken my notes. And just for those of you that do follow these daily briefings, that means that whatever I start with first is at the front of the newspaper, right? So if I start with Trent straight away, you know that it was a major talking point. If Trent is further down my list of notes, it means it was further in the paper. And I always start with Marca, then I go to AS, and then I go to Sport, right? So Ancelotti defends Tchouaméni. Now, Tchouaméni, along with the right-back Lucas Vazquez, are often singled out for criticism by the Spanish media, the Madrid-based media. And that certainly happened after the Spanish Super Cup final, which they lost to Barcelona at the weekend. Now, Tchouaméni is a player that was once a primary target of the Reds. Now, by that, I mean, like the club might be going for 3 or 4 players. A primary target is obviously at the top of the list, right? When we were sniffing, not sniffing around Tchouaméni, when we were trying to sign him, he was a primary target and the only target, and we failed. We didn't sign him, and that left Liverpool in the shit at the time. There's a lot of criticism, if you remember. Now, because he was once a primary target for Liverpool, a lot of Liverpool fans think that either A, we may have maintained interest in him, like the interest would still be there, or B, they think we should try and sign him again, because he's obviously a good player. The Madrid-based media aren't keen on him, right? And they say he's not a Real Madrid player, just like Robbie Fowler says Darwin Núñez isn't a Liverpool player. Ancelotti, though, rates him considerably. Now, commenting on the 20 games Tchouaméni has played as a centre-back, Ancelotti said, I remain convinced that he has done well as a centre-back. That's what the data says. But I have in mind that his ideal position is as a defensive pivot. When we don't have the emergency at the back, when Alaba returns, he will return to his pivot position. So the reason I've singled this out is because Tchouaméni is a player that a lot of Liverpool fans are still interested in, right? They're still like, could he be available, blah, blah, blah. And if he's constantly like criticised, if you were constantly reading just the headlines from Spain, you might think there's a possibility that he could be available, because he's getting slaughtered all the time. But the manager, Ancelotti, really likes him. So while Ancelotti is there, I'm not really sure that, we should even give him any consideration. I don't even think Liverpool are interested in him anyway, to be honest with you. But, the fans sometimes think that we might be. So, staying with Real Madrid, they play Celta Vigo this evening in I think it's a cup game, King's Cup. But my boy, Iago Aspas, he won't be involved, guys. He will not be involved. He's injured. And so you'd expect Real Madrid to win this game. Some people might expect them to win the game anyway, Aspas or not, but he's like their best player. And if anyone can turn the game against Real Madrid, it's Aspas, but he's not involved. It is relevant that I'm mentioning this to you because Real Madrid's, fixtures, as I said to you, especially in January now, could influence what happens with Trent, in terms of what they may be willing to offer for him. If they do really well in January, there's no drama. If they'd won the Spanish Super Cup, would we even be talking about Trent again at the moment? So you've got to keep an eye on these. If they lost that game to Celta Vigo tonight, you can expect more Trent and maybe the possibility of them offering more money. Now, we're going to get onto that now, onto Trent. So, Jose Felix Diaz, he's the journalist that I paid the most attention to in Spain regarding Trent Alexander-Arnold and Real Madrid, right? He wrote an article today. Basically, the front page of Marca is dedicated to Alphonso Davies with claims, or the headline along the line of, the yes is getting closer, right? Now, Diaz, the journalist, highlights that Davies' situation, let me just rephrase that. The Davies situation is similar to Trent in that both of those players are available on free contracts and their situations have run a bit parallel. And what I mean by that is it's claimed since the summer that Real Madrid told Davies and Trent not to extend with their clubs. Do not sign with those with your clubs. If there's an opening here, we'll come and get you kind of thing. But if you sign, we can't come and get you. So the Davies one for me is of interest, right? Some Liverpool fans think that we were looking at, I don't believe that for 1 minute. I'm mentioning Davies because it's a very, very similar situation to what's happening with Trent, right? Now, so I've put in my notes here, Real Madrid reportedly told both players to run their contracts down and sit tight. Basically do an Mbappe, right? So, inside, because that was the front page, inside, Diaz, that's the journalist, not Luis Diaz, writes, while Alexander-Arnold's future is with Madrid, pending the date of his signing, either in this January transfer market or on June 30th, the other option situation at the moment for Real is that of Alphonso Davies. Bayern are demanding a quick response from the Canadian regarding the latest proposal made for a contract renewal. On the other hand, Real have not stopped working quietly in recent weeks with the aim of convincing the fullback to accept their proposal. The situation with Davies has been in a constant state of flux since last spring. The haste of his agent ruined the possibility of the defender joining Real Madrid last summer. At that moment, the Madrid club stepped aside and asked the player to follow what Mbappe did, and that is to wait for the situation he is in now, free to negotiate once his contract expires in the summer. So again, there's that that reference to what Mbappe did, and what they're saying there. They asked him to step. Real Madrid stepped aside, just sit tight. Same thing is what is supposed to have happened with Trent. Now we're getting to Trent now within the same article. This is important. Because these fuckers on here, I'm pointing at the screen, online, the clickbaiters, the aggregators, the ones that are telling you half a story, right? Or whatever, right? Manipulating things. They make it sound like, oh, Marca have wrote this article about Trent today. They haven't. The article on the front page was all about, well, not all about, was about Alphonso Davies. And then there's a reference to Trent within that article. I just think context is really important. In it, it says, returning to the Alexander-Arnold chapter, in other words, moving on, now we're going to mention him, Real Madrid are not giving up on the idea of being able to sign him in this market. They will wait for the moment they consider opportune to approach Liverpool again and formalise a new proposal. Remember what I said. People today that are saying it's done and that Marca have said it's done are linking to this article, which says that Real Madrid will wait for the moment they consider opportune to approach Liverpool again and formalise a new proposal. How can it be done if they're going to make a new proposal, right? If it was done in the summer, they're not making a proposal now because the deal's done. We've done it, right? So it's not done. And the next bit, with the players' yes in their pocket, Valdebebas is hopeful that the owners of the English club will end up accepting the offer. Valdebebas is basically where Real Madrid is based, right? So that with the players' yes in their pockets, that's why you're seeing online Trent verbal agreement to go to Real Madrid. People that have followed these daily updates on here know that this has been said by this journalist previously. This is not a new claim, right? And it's not rocket science if you think about it, right? Because Real Madrid made an approach to Liverpool at the turn of the year, right? They wouldn't have done that unless there was a yes from Trent anyway, right? So it really, I don't know, I was just going to say it really bothers me when people, come to the streams or whatever and say, it's done, it's like, no, it's your own stupid fault for not paying attention to us right here, our community at Copter, because you'd already know all of this. The idea that Real Madrid's directors have, I'll start again. Oh my God! The idea that Real Madrid's directors have is clear, at least something's clear. Either Alexander-Arnold or nothing in the winter market in that position, the right back position. There is no room for speculation, and as much as some players are waiting for that call from Real Madrid, the door will only open for the English fullback. Ancelotti knows this firsthand. So, let me just skip through this again. One thing I wanted to say, and I mentioned it on the stream this afternoon, is Real Madrid will wait for the moment they consider opportune to approach Liverpool again. When would that be? When do you think that would be? Like, if Liverpool signed a new right back on Friday, that would be an opportune time to make a fresh approach, wouldn't it? Because Liverpool have signed a new right back on Friday, that would be at the right time to make a move then, right? I can't really think of other times when you could say would be an opportune time. What the fuck they're talking about here? The only thing I think that they can use here is at the end of the month, right? So I was looking at the fixtures earlier. Then I know which fixture is, but I want to get the date right for you. If we look at Liverpool's fixtures, let me just move the page. So Bournemouth away on the 1st of February, right? The window closes, I think, on the 3rd of February. Bournemouth away on the 1st. After that game, maybe that's opportune, because if Liverpool were thinking to themselves, yeah, we'll take their fucking money, right? When would you take their money in January? Would you take it at the beginning, the middle, or the end of the month? You would take it right at the end of the month, wouldn't you? Because you'd want that player for as long as possible. Yeah? So that's the only time that Liverpool would be in an opportune situation. Does that make sense? I can't get my head around that one, guys, to be honest with you. And I do think Liverpool would sell him in January, but it'd have to be for a substantial amount of money. Because it's better off having the player, right? And, Real Madrid, initially, I don't know if you've paid attention. If you don't watch these Spanish videos, you'll have missed this. But initially, the claims from the Madrid-based media, and I believe this, is that Real Madrid offered 10 million euros. Liverpool said, no, give us 25 million. Real Madrid went back and said, we'll give you 15 million euros, take it or leave it, right? The version from the Liverpool side, through Joyce, was Real Madrid have offered 25 million euros. Liverpool are interested. I don't believe that, mate. I don't believe it. I genuinely think it was the first version, what the Spanish claim. But these, try not to swear. This Spanish club, right? This Spanish club, they've been rattling on through the media here, through Marca and that, which is Perez, right? Really, they've been rattling on saying, well, we're not paying more than 15 million euros. And if you look at the reporting today, it's we're not desperate, right? I saw a thing. I think I put it on Cop Talk earlier on X or something. You know, basically, Real Madrid are not desperate, but they might up their offer a little bit. Real Madrid are fucking desperate, you know. But, you know, they need strengthening in defence at right back. I still don't get it myself, you know. And again, if you've watched the videos for a long time from the summer, you know, the opinion within Real Madrid has always been that there was split over whether they should go for Trent. You know, like, they see him as a more offensive player rather than a defensive player. They preferred Pedro Porro, but he'd be 70 million upwards. You know, I think if Trent had 2 years remaining on a contract, I don't think they'd go anywhere near him. I think they're going near him because he's free, that's it. So, opportune anyway. Consider that opportune. They've obviously got the yes in the pocket already, so all the bullshit today from these idiots. You see, the thing is, I don't know if these people are just sick, you know, that publish all these things, or whether they're just deliberately spinning it for views and whatnot. I generally don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I'm sick of talking about it today, to be honest. We've gone over it on the stream. Have I covered it there? I think I've covered it there. You know, there's someone in the Cop Talk chat room earlier. We have a chat room on Telegram. If you want to join it, drop an email to support@coptalk.com. Telegram's an app you can just download on your phone. It's free. I'll see if I can show it to you. It's just like a little chat room, like there. You know what I mean? Like, you're more than welcome to join. There's about 400 people in there. But if you want to join it, you need to email support@coptalk.com, and you're welcome to join. And there's a lad in there, you know, well, we think it's a lad. Everyone thinks he's a troll, right? And he was in there today and he was saying it's done and all that. And I got into a debate of, you know, I said, oh, where does it say that then? And he said, Marca has said it. Well, you know what I'm thinking straight away there. Like, I'm like, oh, all right, then link me to it then. Because they haven't said that. And I got linked to that article. I'm going to try and find it for you. See, I don't prepare my videos. So they were insistent that Marca said it was done, and basically, you know, obviously the article that I've just read to you says Real Madrid are not giving up on the idea of being able to sign him in this market. There's nothing in that article that says it's done. I don't know. I'm fucking sick of talking about it, to be honest with you guys. Can you tell I'm tired today? I went to bed about 3 o'clock last night. I couldn't sleep. I don't know. I just get a bit sick of, like, going over the same shit when it's... I think if you just stick with us, with this, like, what we'd say in the morning, you would know all this shit anyway. Let's go back to the notes. AS, there was nothing in AS and nothing in sport today that would be of interest to you. So the journalist here, you know, within the Trent stuff here, is the one journalist that I pay attention to. But with Real Madrid having the yes, you know, that's spun into Trent gives verbal. We already know that we've covered this on here before. And done isn't done if they're preparing a new proposal. In the article that they're linking me to, do you see why I get exasperated? I apologise, it's not a great video. I am running late. It's almost 5 o'clock and I'm very sleepy. All right, so yeah, it's a bit of a fail of a video, I guess, but I think I've conveyed the message. I think. If I haven't, just ask me a question and I'll willingly answer it for you. But I'm going to jog on, well, not jog on now, I'm going to walk briskly in that direction and I'm going to go for a bath. As you guys know, when I finish my afternoon stream, I like to have a bath and chill for a bit. And then we'll do a stream tonight at 7, all right? All right, then. I'll leave it with you. Don't think there's anything else to mention, really. Just a lot of madness around the Trent thing today. But do listen with regards any suggestions of meetings today. All right, guys. I'll try and get some more out to you. If not, just join the live stream tonight, and I'll hopefully be fresh tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up and please drop me a comment.